Advisor to Chief Minister and Chairman IDEN, Mr. Abu Mehta, Principal Secretary to Chief Minister, Mr. Abhijit Sinha. After the briefing by the Honorable CM, there will be a brief time for questions. May I request you to confine your questions to the G20 event, which is an important international event which our state is honored to be hosting. Any other issue not related to this event may be kept for another day. Thank you. May I now request the Honorable to kindly brief us, sir.
Thank you. So good morning once again. You are aware we were supposed to be the first to host the G20 Business Summit, but because of our state election, we became the fourth and the final one to have this B20 session. And right now we are having this B20 session being organized in the Northeast. And this is the final one, which is the official G20 Dialogue Forum for the global business community. I'm extremely grateful that Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, the Honorable Union Home Minister for State, the External Ministry Affairs, Government of India, and also with us, with his senior government officials from the state and the center. And I have the CII and my colleagues. Kohima is witnessing the convergence of 60 overseas delegates from 27 countries. Last time I met you, I said about 29, but finally 27, and I'm told that this is one of the biggest foreign delegates who has come to Nagaland. I'm happy about that. Thanks to the CII who had been working on this. And this country includes the delegates from Argentina, Australia, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Canada, China, Costa Rica, your Côte d'Ivoire, the Cuba, Estonia, Germany, Iceland, Indonesia, Ireland, Italy, Jamaica, Japan, Nepal, Nigeria, Panama, Paraguay, Romania, Russia, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Turkey, United Kingdom, and the United States. The diplomatic delegation includes 5 ambassadors from Cuba, Iceland, Jamaica, Paraguay, and Panama, 1 deputy head of mission from Estonia, and 2 consul generals from Costa Rica and Germany. The summit focused trade and business delegations from Bhutan, Bangladesh, Iceland, Japan, and EAU are participating at the B20 program here in Kohima. As part of the program, the CII is also facilitating business to business and business to government meetings. Visiting overseas business delegations are getting the opportunity to interact with the local industry during the B2B and with the government in the B2B session for potential investment, collaboration and tie-ups. Over 100 B2B and B2G requests have been generated including requests for interaction with government department, tourism, commerce, and industries, agriculture, horticulture, healthcare, and food processing. Taking advantage of the presence of large contingents of international delegates, the government of Nagaland has made elaborate arrangements not only to oversee, only to showcase investment and partnership opportunities in the state, but also provide a unique experience for visiting delegates with an exposure to Nagaland's culture, cuisines, art, festivals, and scenic beauty. The delegations is being taken to the landmarks of the state, including Kisama Heritage Village, for a mini Hornbill Festival today, and tomorrow morning probably they will go to see Kohima War Cemetery. Nagaland derives a number of benefits from the B20 conference, as the state is strategically located, which will be beneficial in development Nagaland as a base for boosting link with the ASEAN countries, in addition to Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Japan. The trade potential of the state lies its strength in agro and forest-based, mining, minerals-based, and service-based industries such as tourism, information technology. Northeast and Bangladesh have close ties, and Nagaland will surely benefit from the partnership. We are happy that India-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industries, IBCCI, led by Mr. Abdul Matlab Ahmad, has brought a large business delegations from Bangladesh to this B20 conference. This will also provide a window for interactions with the local entrepreneurs to strengthen the business ties and made a strong case for greater commercial activities across the border. Last evening, I briefly talked to the team leader, and they were interested in buying pulse, and also they want to start a pepper mill. So Nagaland has a huge potential. You are aware our relationship, the pepper mill industry, which was with the Hindustan Pepper Corporation with the Government of India, but it had failed miserably due to the defective machineries, and therefore it is liquidated, and then we can take a fresh. So I feel that's one big issue that is coming up. Nagaland looks forward to potential tie-up in the areas of tourism, IT, agriculture, and infrastructure development. The participation of leading nations in these areas like Japan, Indonesia, and the European nations, South American, and the UAE in a B20 delegations will help the state and the local industries to push economy to greater height. We are confident that this B20 conference, which has provided the ideal platform for collaboration and partnership, will usher new opportunities for the people of the state. The state is ready to facilitate and give all the necessary support. Now, it is the local entrepreneurs who should come forward, particularly the youth who has some interest. We are there to support anybody. Thank you. we can take questions.
So if there are any questions, may I request you to...
The Minister.
Minister, okay.
Respected Chief Minister Nephew Rioji, Alalaji, and other distinguished the official and plus the media friends. It's a great opportunity for all of us, particularly all the states of the northeastern region. And this is the platform through which we can expose and we can present to the world what we have endemically and typically in the region. Perhaps we know that Northeast India is having about more than 250 ethnic communities and also more than 200 dialects and indigenous knowledges. And this diversity is the strength of the northeastern India, and that was not properly explored in the past. Now under the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, the northeastern India is used and he termed as a new engine for the growth of new India. So with all this potential, and this B20 is the rare opportunity to expose ourselves. Perhaps Nagaland is a land of festival, and over and above, it's a very interesting thing that the world's tallest rice plant is also located in Nagaland, and that was recorded in the Guinness Record Book. This is a proud of it, and that shows that that is the tip of the richness of our biodiversity. Endemic plants are there, endemic animals are there, mineral resources are there. We have to explore for the benefit of the people of the Northeast India. And for this, and also the present government of India, their principle is development delivery to the last mile. And in this last mile, what we feel is that all the border villages, the northeastern India is a very typical and strategic. It is surrounded by 5 the countries, and we are exposing only a few miles connecting with the mainland. So knowing all these backgrounds, our Honorable Prime Minister is trying to improve our infrastructure. Earlier it was a landlocked area. Now it is a land link. We are linking all throughout the Southeast Asia. And that we have, we have in our natural gift that has to be explored scientifically, and that should be used for our economic growth. So in this last mile delivery, before the current budget session, we have discussed about the border villages. Our border villages all throughout the northeastern regions were not reaching the development, the fruits. So the present government is planning to have a border road. All weather border road will be constructed in the close proximity of the international, the boundary line, and so that the border villages will make vibrant village with the border village tourism. Plus, if there is any potential, the Ministry of External Affairs is in consultation with the Home Minister. We are thinking to open more border huts all along the international boundary. Of course, there was a planning, and that was objected by some of the external government, and so we remain dormant for the time being. Now it is the high time to open border huts all along the northeastern India's international boundary line. That is another thing. And then see, Northeast India, earlier we treat as a landlocked, but now it is the center of the what you call the multilateral and bilateral relationship. BIMSTEC is also, we are thinking very seriously. The export-import rate is very, very low, along with the northeastern India and the rest of the BIMSTEC country. That we have to promote it. And this is the ample scope and the best platform of B20. Let us think it and explore it, whatever we have, either in terms of culture or either in terms of food habit, either in terms of ethnic knowledge system or the biodiversity, on what way we can explore. But in this context, I have a strong the impression with the Honorable Chief Minister. I think 20 years ago, we were sitting in the Northeast India and Jammu Kashmir universities Vice Chancellor met. That time, Nephew Rioji has mentioned one word, still I could not forget it, and I've always impressed on me. On that event, he just said that he innovated the Naga music. I remember like that, Naga music, and then exposed to some star hotel like in Bombay and other. Then from that suddenly Naga band, Naga music was so popularized, and it was an ample scope to utilize the energy and the innovative ideas of our Naga youths to other the countries and to other the communities. It's a resource based on human resource. One of the examples, I'm just giving this, but there are many things which we need to explore, innovate, and expose to the world, and so that we will be benefited out of that. And this is the platform where B20 CII is the main role, and they have the deep root in the northeastern India during the unsuitable parades and unsuitable social commotions were there. But even then, ICCI, CII, no? CII taking the risks and rooting firmly to the Northeast India, and they have the external exposure also. So in this context, Ministry of External Affairs is all the time ready to help any state if they want to export and to create the platform, we are ready to help it. Or any educational institutions, if they want to have a collaboration with other universities, particularly of the Southeast Asia, and through this platform, we can have provide that platform. With this few information, I want to share all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Now, if there are any questions from the media, may I request you to kindly identify yourself, your organization, and to which dignitary your question is being addressed. Thank you.
Regarding this, we have the minister here,
Put on your mic.
yeah, we have our youth minister already here with our honorable chief minister. That we have so many Nagaland, in fact, we have already mentioned 70% of our people dependent on agriculture. So we have so many these food processing schemes, especially central schemes for this is the welfare scheme. But when this come to the state or any other state, many people have applied. But the problem is this banking, these bankers, why this raise, these are villagers, they suffer a lot. Entire process is completed, but 80 to 90% of them, they turn away. They never succeed in food processing these schemes, this is for welfare schemes. So in Nagaland also we have seen so many people are suffering this. What is the scheme of the central government?
Perhaps this issue has come up particularly all throughout the northeastern region, except Assam. The banks are always keeping their mind that our peoples are not returning the loan or repayment of the loan. But that is not the issue at the moment. Our Prime Minister itself, he committed that I will be the guarantor for all the people of the India. So that's why Mudra loan and others given. But in that case of particularly for the women's, that amount is some amount is given through bank. Bank is still hesitate to provide that things. That has to be addressed. Once our Finance Minister Nilima Sitharamanji told us that if such banks are lingering like that, please report directly to her, and she will take action to that bank also. So there should not be any problem in processing of the loan or grant through bank. But sir, it has happened in Manipur also. Even for khadi industry, a small amount, but the bank is always trying to make it derailing. So that has to be addressed properly.
Yeah, I just want to add to it. I'm representing CII Northeast Council, and on 20th of this month we have a banking conclave, and we will address this issue over there to overcome this situation.
You see, the other day, the RBI regional manager of Northeast came to me and we had a good discussion. They are opening their branch in Kohima, and I apprised this issue because besides other things, 2022 September, we had launched that Chief Minister Microfinancing. So it has, anybody can take loan up to 15 lakhs without any collateral, and the entrepreneur has to pay only 10%, bank will contribute 60%, and the state government will contribute 30%. To see that the interest burden doesn't come and, burden the entrepreneur. In this, without any collateral. And it is also payable after 7 years. Therefore, what the youth has to do is, they should go to get trained, skilling in whatever you want to do, that entrepreneurship. This is also related to agri and allied sector, self-help groups also, and the micro entrepreneurs. Like example, even the villagers, they come to the town to cut the hairs, or for small plumbers, electricians, or some grocery shops, and other small services also. That also will help the farmers producing their crops, vegetable, fruits, and any crops. A villager who produce something, he don't have to personally come and sold in the towns. In the village, the business people are there to buy all the products which are excess for their use. How much they require, they can keep it, then they sell to the people, and then collectively it will become, mini truck load, something like that. And that's how, from grassroots, then when the materials are coming, I'm aware during COVID-19, there was, total this lockdown. So there is no way to get vegetables, fresh vegetables or meat. But there were some agencies who started doing this, collecting vegetables or even meat, and online they purchase, and it was delivered to their houses. So there are many things, and for these vegetables or meat consumptions, we should first of all have sufficiently for local consumption. Then after that you come to the level of export, but that has to come in volume. That's why a cluster of productions of different items, because our land are so fertile, and if farmers individually or self-help group or even modern farming, We have so much exotic fruits which have been produced, but it is not organized properly. So through media, if you can write all this thing and apprise, we are planning to have workshop in all the districts with advertisements so that interested persons can come forward. We will do selection, we'll give them training, and then banks will get confidence that yes, he's trained and he's interested. So I think there should not be a problem. But banks, the mind will be blocked because we are taking loan to do something. But if bank thinks that he cannot do business or he is not sincere, that kind of thing, then they will be hesitant. So I think the Nagas, we have no bank culture. That's why we introduced that salaries should be through banks, all the government employees, that even your scholarships and other benefits, it is through bank. And so I think bank culture is growing a little bit among the youth. So I think there are problems. We have on bank blocks also, and we are encouraging. We had given, selection various banks to go to different blocks where the on bank is there. So hopefully, if the people wake up and wanting to do and come out, it's a demand driven. So I think we have to wake up our entrepreneurs, our youth, to come forward.
So regarding this ITC, this International Trade Center, we have 3 international trade centers in Ireland sector, that is Longwa, Avanka, and the Pangsa, one in Bangladesh. So these are not properly functioning compared with any good expectations. So this is something to do with the External Affairs Ministry. You can just do it. How these 3 international trade centers is lying in the Nagaland sector. One is Longwa, Pangsa, and Avanka. So how you are trying to improve these areas? And you mentioned in your speech that this region is between the 2 rivers, Brahmaputra and the Chinni in Irrawaddy. So we also have Tizu River, which is connecting with the Chinni River. So we can have inland waterways. So what are the areas you can think of developing in this region?
Yeah, currently we have rejuvenated the inland waterways with the Bangladesh using the Brahmaputra and its the tributaries, and it is already tested and revival is already successful. But for other rivers is yet to be designed it in a proper forum. So currently we are reviving along with the Bangladesh.
What about the ITC?
Can I please? We had identified these 3 sectors, ITC in Bangsa, Longwa, and Avanku. The problem is our side, our people are there having establishments, but there is no road connection from the Myanmar side. The only available road is the motorcycle road, no vehicle ply. In Avanku, from the state government side, we had made the road. Now it is smaller vehicle is pliable. That's why they have started doing business in bigger volume. Otherwise, through bikes they bring many things and they carry many things back because they are a little far away from your Kamti or Mandalay or Yangon, Naypyidaw. So they have to do all their purchases from India, be their commodities, building materials, or any other medicines also. So I think we have to also talk to them so that they can develop a road connection to these points. Then any day it will be functional. The only thing is surviving is both sides, Nagas, same tribes are living. And therefore intermarriages, social, cultural, all these things are going on. But actual business is not done because there is no road communication to those ITCs.
As the MOS Minister of State has already spoken about that, there will be connection, border connection is happening. And till today, whatever happened in the past is not going to happen in future. The Indian economy is the fifth largest economy and the fastest growing economy. So the things are going to change. The business which we see that business is going to grow. If we talk about that today, we have such a big business meeting over here that's B20. CIA has been the secretariat to this B20 and with the partnership with the state government and with the support of Honorable Chief Minister, we have been able, it is a very successful meeting. We have 60 delegates from 27 countries and we have the best of the largest economies. We have from Japan, representation from Japan, EU countries, your America and UK, all are there. And we are very confident and we have an experience earlier with 3 of the B20 that today the business meetings are going to be very successful. And CI is not, leaving this up till here. We are also working on the skilling of the people so that they are able to, the business improves. And then we have been working with the central government, representing the central government for your Northeast policy. Today also the minister has briefed us that we had made a representation and there has been a development. So this time the Northeast policy will be a very good policy which will support the total business.
If I may intervene, since I am from DPIIT, B20 and as I said, B20 and Startup 20 are 2 of our engagement groups and we have appointed CII as our intellectual partner and secretariat. So there's a lot of effort being done. We are talking to CII and we'll be talking to the state governments also, and a lot of enthusiasm from all the 4 northeastern states. We're trying to put it all together, collect it all together, and we'll probably come out with an integrated approach or a note or whatever, and what was the investment interest generated, how many people came forward, how positive the state governments were, and we'll then try to, the whole idea of B20 and at least from BPIT, overall G20 of course has so many other perspectives. This, as I mentioned, is promoting and capitalizing industry development in India. So this has been a major step in that direction, and we are back in Delhi, and I'll talk to the higher ups, and we'll try to put it all together and see how the entire Northeast initiative will through for us. I think it has been a very positive step, decision taken by NEA, and all of us have supported it. Let's see how far we can actually look at effective investments, which would, which would give fructify all these efforts.
My question is to the Chief Minister. I want to know what is the total spending of the state government in organizing the B20 meeting here in the state?
I could get it.
The total spending in organizing this meeting?
No, the spending is being managed by the G20 Secretariat in Delhi, and also the CII is doing all the networking. So here the state doesn't have much role to play, and we don't involve money. Chief Secretary, any comment?
Yeah, that's true, sir. Actually, it is the G20 Secretariat which will be actually paying for the accommodation and travel arrangements and other things.
The state is extending the necessary courtesies, sir, and certain other incidentals. So since the state also is a major stakeholder, the cultural program, then providing the venues, etc., that is our responsibility. So that is what has been done.
I'll add to it. When this kind of, say, program happens, it adds to the economy. The hotels and everything, whatever is being, say, hired, all the artisans and all that, say, the money spent is money again gained.
Regarding this, our minister had highlighted about the closing down of this economic market. So he has expressed everything how it
Mike,
Yeah, about this, our chief minister has already mentioned about the shutting down of our paper mill in Nagaland. So since then, state will not take off again this paper mill. How we are going to revive? The central government is coming to rescue by funding and reviving this.
no. We will see, liquidate it. So now it is with us. We have some employee problems. We are going to solve it. And then we'll take a fresh deal, looking for privatization, and then do afresh everything. That company is already dead, and they are out from this mess. But what they have left behind, we have to clear up everything. Otherwise, the next investment cannot come in. That's how it is little delayed. But I had already had a meeting with the department and asked them to submit how to resolve that issue so that a fresh investor can come in.
Narayan Bahadur with the Teslas of India. If you are talking about the pepper mill, why not the sugar mill itself? Sugar mill.
No. You see, you have to have a lot of area for sugar mill, sugar cultivation. You know, that sugar mill was in between Dimapur and Kohima. It has become habitated. So, if any sugar mill is to come, then you have to go outskirt town, where you have sufficient land and farmers' participation is required. So, any people who want to invest, they are welcome, but not in the same location.
With that, I think we should close this briefing. We thank the Honorable CM and Honorable Minister for giving us their time, and also to the other speakers for enlightening us further. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you come to our chamber of respect. Come,